Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So, I bought my first AMD processor today. Which means, let me remove this, which means we're even doing a build. So I bought the Ryzen 7, the Ryzen 7 5700G, because I wanted to have a second graphics card, because you never know. I bought, I don't care. I bought basically a $200 motherboard for $90, or $95 as you'll probably see there. Has Thunderbolt 2, not 2, Thunderbolt 4 or 3? Thunderbolt 4 on it, 2.5 gig ports, whatever. I wanted it for the Thunderbolt that I will probably never use. A buddy of mine gave me 16 gigs of RAM of DDR4. Don't ask me the speed because I don't know. It's Kingston. It's a 16 gig kit. I'll probably end up picking up more. Let's put that there. The same buddy also gave me a Dell 2080. His response was, "I'm not using it. Do you want it?" So, sure. And while I was also at Micro Center, I picked up a 500 gig SSD and then I picked up a 1200 watt power supply. 1250 watt power supply. Get this all assembled and put it on the bench. Alright, so I have it over at the bench. Well, it's the same shooting location you saw, but it's whatever. So let's pull out the motherboard. Let's put that aside for a sec. Even though it was an open box, you will still get everything that you need with it. So the manual, the mini display port, because for some stupid reason with Windows you need a display port in order to get video over Thunderbolt. Don't get me started with that. I mean, Mac OS, we don't need that. We literally just plug in the Thunderbolt cable and everything works. I wonder why Windows doesn't do that, because Windows is insuperior. Whatever. I'm not going into that conversation. I get very heated about that, as you clearly tell. Comes with two SATA cables that I will probably maybe never use. TM. So let's get it out of here. Actually, we need that. When I saw this board at Micro Center, my response was, "Wow, why is a $250 board for $95?" So I spoke to the rep that was helping me, and his response was, "Oh, because someone returned it and they didn't like it." Like, what do you mean they didn't like it? So, the board, it supports 1st, 2nd, and 3rd gen Ryzen. Let me show you the I/O. It's fancy. It has built-in I/O shield. Actually, let's do this. Oh. Yeah, wasn't that satisfying. So as you see on the bottom, it has two Thunderbolt, display port in, two USB 2, the rest are all USB 3. Apparently I need a USB 3 on the BIOS, and dual Intel NICs. Oh, and PS2, because apparently we're Gucci. I think the kids still say that. Alrighty, so let's open up this Ryzen now. The rest I'll put together when I put it on the bench. Right now I just want to get the basic stuff. Oh. So this box is the cooler, this is the CPU. Maybe you could see it, if not, oh well. You see very professional here. How do I get the box open? There we go. Oh. Killjoys. Killjoys, there's already CPU thermal paste on it. Yeah. I guess I removed these screws. I gotta look at the manual now, because I feel like I removed those screws. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. So, I'll put this in there and then I'll go figure everything else out and I will come back. And when I come back, we should, in theory, have Windows installed on it. You know... Oh, arrow. So it goes this way. No, it does not. There we go. Yeah. My money don't wiggle. Huh. Alrighty. So let's throw... Actually, let's throw the RAM and CPUs in there. Where did I put the RAM? Oh. Let's throw the RAM in here. And I put that in the wrong way. If you came here thinking it was a tutorial, that is your fault. And yes, I am wearing a static band. You just can't see it. Alrighty. And 3, 2, 1. So, I booted into the BIOS. Pay no attention to the thing there. Once I get everything properly set up, it will... Yeah. Oh, I put them in the wrong DIMM slots, the RAM. They're supposed to be in A1 and B1, not B2 and A2. It's whatever. I'll change that later. So everything works, which is good. Okay, my storage is detected. So let's go into F8 because I think it's okay. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So let me go into the BIOS, tweak some settings, enable what's it called? Pixie boot, and then we'll install Windows. Alrighty. Alrighty. So my deployment server is apparently not liking this machine. Yeah, it's whatever. So let me go into the boot picker. I think that's the right one. We're going to find out together. That is not the right one. It must be that one. So, we're just going to do it through my Ventoy installer. 64-bit. Let's start with 10. Yes, I know. The newest version I have of my Vento installer is 20H2. Yeah, so I want to just make sure I boot into the Windows install, whatever. Yay, okay. Install. Yes, I totally have a product key. I'll get one later. Win 10 Pro. Wow, 2020 was. Gosh, I think I'm a little behind, guys. Custom. Next, do a format. Woohoo! And again, I'll come back after it's all set up. Alrighty, so. It's the next day. As you see, I'm not running Windows 10. There was a lot off camera that I didn't expect to run into, but hey, it's whatever. I'm used to running old enterprise machines, so you know, going into consumer hardware, you sort of forget how sometimes unusable it is. Well, my eyes say it is. So, CPU is being seen, as you see, the Ryzen 5700G. There we go. I don't know, I work numbers and words. And the RX 2080 are being seen. I'm gonna actually get more RAM because right now I have 16. My current gaming machine has actually, let's pull it up because I did PowerSpec because that's how I do all my gaming is on PowerSpec. So let's go to Nomad. Yeah, my old machines I had named as what do they call it? Marvel characters. This one is, well, you'll find out sooner or later what I named it. So this one had 2 Xeons in it. 2 Xeon 5690, wow, not 90, 5649s in it with DDR3 ECC memory and a GTX 1070. So I mean, I'm getting a big spec boost. Because that memory was running at, actually let's see if I can see what that memory was running at. It was running at 1333, and let's go back to the new machine that granted is not in a case yet, and that'll be in the next video, is running at 2400, and it's DDR4 compared to DDR3. So it's a huge spec bump on top of the new rig having 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports compared to the other one not having Thunderbolt at all. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Probably in the next, I'm not going to give a time frame actually, because if I give a time frame it may not end up being in that time frame, because that's usually what ends up happening with all my stuff. Actually, I do want to say this. If you get, let's see if I can pull it up real fast. If you get this motherboard, which is the motherboard that I'm using, make sure you do the latest BIOS update before you do anything. Excuse me. Because if you don't, you'll run into the issue that I had, which in a way forced me to go to Windows 11 because I didn't think of it. Meaning, the BIOS update helped the 2.5 gig NICs on there. It fixed the problem that I had, which was I plugged in network activity. You know, I plugged it into my switch, and what ended up happening was this. You know, the blinky lights and all that. I go to the taskbar. Taskbar showed no network activity. So, because of my MacBook, I have a USB-C hub. So what I ended up doing was I plugged that into the Thunderbolt 4 dock, plugged in the USB to Ethernet adapter basically, and it saw that. So I thought those NICs were dead, and that's why I got the board for so cheap. No, it turns out I'm an idiot and I didn't do any BIOS updates. So, yeah, I mean, that and the BIOS that came with it was the BIOS that shipped with it in 2020. So, basically, this board's been sitting on the shelf since 2020. And the latest BIOS, I think, came out like the beginning of the month, which fixed a lot of the issues. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, they're pretty random, but I stream on Twitch. I don't know where other platforms are going to be going. I may be moving away from Twitch, maybe doing everything here on YouTube. It all depends on how I feel. So, alright, just want to thank you for watching, catch you in the next one, and just look in the links in the description for everything.